Hello everyone, today we are going to take a look at the Tp-Link USB port hub and this has 7 USB 3.0 connectors and also another 2 charge connectors here and using the USB 3 interface this should be also pretty fast with all of those connections. So let's see if this thing works nice or not, because I had a lot of USB hubs and they were terrible, because when using a thing such as external hard drive, this is actually an SSD drive, you have started to lose speed, and using just one single device with a hub would usually drop the speed to USB 2.0, making it very slow. And I'm anxious to see if this thing using USB 3.0 will be faster. So the hub looks like that. It has a button here to turn the ports on and off. Sadly, it's one button for all the ports. And there you have the connectors and 2 independent charge connectors, but not fast charge connectors. They are just 2.4 amp connectors. Right, and let's see what else we get in the box. So we get some user guide, alright. We get the power adapter, and wow, this thing is huge. Look at that. And this outputs 12 volt and 3.3 amps, so plenty of power, especially that it's 12 amp and it's not volts, and it's not 5 volts, it's 12 volts. And what else we get here? We get another kind of manual and of course USB cable, and it uses the known plug for 3.0 USB. Cable looks good and thick. And for the speed test, I'm going to connect this directly to my laptop here to the provided USB 3.0 SS port. So I won't have any kind of limitation theoretically. And I'm going to start the benchmark app, Crystal Mark 8. And let's see, it's on SSD mode. Alright, I'm going to choose my drive, the correct drive is selected, and I'm going to run all tests. And you can see I have activity here, it's working, so I'm going to let it finish the test. Alright, and the test is over, and you can take note of the provided speeds of the direct connection. And now I'm going to disconnect the external drive, safely disconnect it. I'm going to turn this off, and now I'm going to connect it to the hub. So I have connected power to it, and I'm going to use the provided cable. Provided original cable is very thick and not very flexible, although it must be hopefully very well shielded and should provide good interference rejection. Alright, so the hub is connected, and now I'm going to connect the drive to any of the ports here. It has detected the drive right away, and now I'm going to start the benchmark again. And I'm going to run the series for all the tests. And here are the results. As you can see, there is a slight drop in speed, but just a slight drop. So the hub doesn't fall into USB 2.0 mode, it still keeps the 3.0 mode, and that is why I have chosen this. And thus the transfer option very good. Of course, if you add multiple devices with the same hub, they are going to share the same bandwidth and speed will decrease, but nonetheless it's working in 3.0 mode and not 2.0 mode. And now I'm going to do the charge test. So I'm going to disconnect the hub from the computer. I'm going to connect this USB tester, and I'm going to use the same plug for reference. And it shows that I'm getting 5 volts, and this is the power consumption of my device, which is very small. And now I'm going to plug in a mobile phone to see the charge rate. And phone is charging at 0.48 something amps, so half an amp exactly is the specification of the USB port, which is 0.5 amps and 5 volts or 500 milliamps. So you get this charge current, which is rather slow for the new generation phones, as they have quick charging and large batteries, and at this rate it will take forever to charge it. Alright, so I'm going to unplug this and I'm going to disconnect the cable. Now I'm going to connect the hub back to the computer port, and I'm going to use the specific charge ports here. So I'm going to connect the cable. Alright, and I have power here, 5 volts, and now I'm going to connect the mobile phone again, and let's see what we get. So look at that, already 1.8 amps. So this is actually 4 times faster than charging from your PC, as it's almost 2 amps in current. So my phone will charge 4 times faster. So the quick charge option really works. It's not a PD type port or fast charge port or turbo port as Xiaomi calls it, but nonetheless I get almost 2 amps instead of the very slow 0.5 amps. And I'm curious to test something else. I'm going to disconnect this, and I'm going to use one of the regular data ports, and let's see what happens now. So I have power here, and I'm going to connect it to my mobile phone again, and I get the standard 0.5 amps almost. So it works like the PC port, but the quick charge port is really fast. What you need to know is that the charge ports here are not data ports, so if you connect your mobile phone here, it will only charge, but it will not connect to the data connection of your PC, so you are not going to be able to download files or things like that. You are just going to have quick charge, but nonetheless these are very good as they are integrated there and you have plenty of other ports, so it serves the purpose. So that was it for now. I hope that you have enjoyed this quick review. Also, this button, as I've told you in the beginning, it shuts off all the ports, not only one of them. It would have been maybe nice to have a button for each port, otherwise I don't know what functionality you have with this, because I can simply unplug it and it serves the same purpose. So until my next video, see you and bye bye.